and welcome back to K-Pop Light, where we fangirl responsibly. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Lindsay, and we are happy to be back recording today another episode where we talk all things K-pop. We're catching up, chit-chatting today about what we're listening to, what's been going on. I went to a concert last week that I need to tell Rachel about. And just, yeah, we're up to our normal shenanigans, chitting and chatting and keeping it light.
I cannot wait to hear about the concert. Lindsay went to 82 Major and has not told me anything because she was saving it for the pod. So I am on the edge of my seat.
I literally took notes at the concert and purposely did not tell Rachel anything other than had a great time. They were good. Because I needed to, tell you and our listeners at the same time in a concise and organized manner. So that's coming up.
Can't wait.
But what else have you been up to? Well, I know that you went to a Korean restaurant and sent me videos of our favorite songs being played at said restaurant. Can you kind of tell us about that experience?
I did. It was honestly so incredible. I went to a birthday party at this Korean bar. It's very like old school Korean bar vibes, wooden and everything, wooden walls, tables, benches, and you can write on them. So everyone had like written notes and messages and their names, and there were K-pop music videos being played on every wall, on like so many TVs, and they were playing music so loud, and so many good K-pop songs kept coming on, and I was trying to talk to people and like literally was getting so distracted because I'd be at mid-conversation and then chick chick boom music video starts playing. Are you kidding me? I just was like, focus, don't lose focus, don't just turn and fully be enthralled by the music video.
You have the audio, and if there's TVs, you're seeing the visuals as well. So distracting.
Luckily I was positioned facing a wall, so that was good for my focus abilities, because if I was facing the other way with like the 3 TVs, I would have been a lost cause.
I would have fully given up at that point. I was going to say that reminds me of our episode where we talked about our favorite songs, and we had a category of like the song that will summon you or that you can't resist dancing to. And I think Chick Chick Boom was my answer to that. So if I was there and had experienced Chick Chick Boom on the TV like you did, I would have had no choice but to be on the table.
The song that summoned me initially was the moment I walked in. They were playing a Boo Sok Soon song. I think it was, what's the one that goes John Baji? The Jeans one?
Yeah, Jeans. Wait, is it not called Jeans?
I don't think so. CBZ Go Time.
The one about the jeans.
The one about the jeans. John Baji. Oh, CBZ Prime Time.
Of course.
That music, of course. How could I forget? That music video was playing, and I was like, we can talk about it. I'm mourning Hoshi's enlistment announcement. So to see him on the big screen, I was really feeling it.
That was kismet that your entrance was to a Boo Sok Soon song.
I know. What are the odds? Any K-pop song in the world. Exactly. Yeah, I'm kind of very sad about that.
The enlistment. We knew it was coming, but when you get that, as we've talked about, that kind of legal document, Times New Roman font that says,
hello, this is
the agency, and we have an announcement. 2 members are leaving us. It's always, it makes things real.
Yeah, knew it was happening, but it made me very sad. And I don't know if you were going to bring this up, but have you been following the Hoshi Woozi fan concert that they did?
I have seen some of the clips, and Woozi just went ahead and shaved his head.
yeah, he's prepping.
He made an announcement that was like, I just want to get acclimated to it, try it out.
He looks good. I like it on him. I've been listening to Echo by them nonstop pretty much since it came out for the last, I don't know, several weeks, month. And they perform that song, and it is so good, and I'm so excited to see them at KCON.
Oh. Do you think they're going to perform that one?
They better.
I'm having stress because I feel like they announced some songs, and I think like artists only played 2 songs. I was
Oh gosh.
very perturbed. I saw a Oh, actually there are some other KCON announcements we need to discuss. They announced that Mark is going to have a solo performance. So, I think he'll probably
What?
play 1999 and then 82 Pressin with Yechan.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh my
think that was
gosh.
kind of like the word that they released. And then the NCT 127 songs they wrote were Lemonade and I'm not remembering what the other one. But I need more than two songs.
Yeah, that's way too few. I mean, they're for sure gonna do like 96ers and Stupid Idiot then, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
Oh, but I need Echo.
I know that
So
one's so
good.
good. Oh my gosh. No, there's a graphic for Hoshi Woozi that says broadcast first reveal Echo.
Yes!
That's so exciting.
Yes.
That is so exciting.
Oh my gosh. Praise the Lord.
Oh, so the NCT 127 announcement was concert version broadcast first reveal Whiplash plus Lemonade. So I don't know if that's like
Okay, not gonna lie, don't know either of those songs.
a special combo performance. And then it said NCT 127 Mark first ever solo stage reveal in LA.
Wow.
His first ever solo stage.
Wow.
So excited for Mark.
Oh my gosh. So Hoshi and Woozi will be leaving September 15th and 16th.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad we'll
Sad
get to
day.
see them one more time.
Yeah, that's
In
got to be one
LA.
of the last public appearances that they do.
Yeah, I would think so. Speaking of 17, can we talk about the content they've been firing out?
On vacation?
The internet is freaking out because all of a sudden all the members are just posting these like beach swimming thirst trap shirtless photos, like member after member after member.
I was gonna
Um,
have ask you about if you saw the Mingyu S Coops content.
oh, I'm loving the Mingyu X Coops content. My kings. And has it been actually confirmed or just people are
I think
preemptively
it's still
announcing?
speculation.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that Mingyu and S Coops are gonna be like a unit, which would make sense. Like maybe they're recording something when they're in Hawaii, or like I don't know, yeah,
Hmm.
doing
Yeah.
photo
Oh my gosh,
shoots
like a
or
little music
something.
video or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's still just speculation, but I feel like a lot of people are talking about that duo. There's been a lot of speculation, but I think that's been the most prominent, and I would love that. I
Mm-hmm.
love that duo. I want a song just like S Coop's Jungle off the new
Oh.
17 album. That's the
Mm-hmm.
vibe I want, but with Mingyu.
Yeah, we need to follow that vibe,
Mm-hmm.
and I need at least 3 songs minimum
Yeah.
from these young men. One's not gonna cut it, okay? Yeah, it seems like 17's enjoying their vacation though. And they're like going off in twos because Joshua
Mm-hmm.
and DK were apparently in the Maldives together.
Mm-hmm.
It's also funny for me to think about them taking these photos of each other.
I know.
I cannot imagine like having you take a photo of me like that.
Hey, bro, will you take a photo of me? And then they like position themselves and like look out into the ocean.
Yeah, and then they like put their hand through their
mysteriously.
hair and look back like in the pool. And people are just watching them do a pool photo shoot. I love it. Gotta get that content.
They gotta feed the fans, so they're doing a
Yeah.
good job.
And the fans have been very happy with them in the social media updates.
Is there anything else in 17 that you want to talk about?
Nothing 17. I feel like BTS has been up to some stuff too. They're like jet setting everywhere, it seems. I think a few
I
of
feel
them
like
went
I
to
haven't seen
LA.
anything about them. What have you seen? What's going on?
I think that some of them have just been traveling places. So I don't know if that's for work or
Mm.
what. Oh, V at Fashion Week or whatever that was.
Oh, yeah.
That content I was eating up. He was besties with Park Bo Gum. and they were just
Loved
hitting the
that.
town.
And Susie, right?
And Susie, you know I love Susie.
Yeah. That was a great trio.
She's one of my favorite Korean actresses. And
That was kind of
they were
iconic.
posting out the content. And I didn't know, I mean, it's not a surprise, I guess, but I didn't know V and Park Bo-gum were like that friendly. So it was cute.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But I assume also when they're in these foreign countries and don't know anyone and can't speak to anyone, they probably just
They kind of
like,
band together.
yeah, I think they band together like, oh, we're in the same Korean industry of the same 50 people that are super famous. Like, of course we're going to be friends. So, yeah, V's back to his fashion king ways. And then the video of him at the club with the bottle service is so funny to me. To just picture him in that environment with just all of these European people and he's just like getting these bottles to him. I don't know. It's just hilarious to imagine.
It's so jarring to me. Like, I don't know how they handled that transition from military to that in, like, I don't know, a month. Like, to go from the barracks to bottle service in Paris.
Yeah, and being like the most famous, beloved person.
Yeah.
Wild switch up. But yeah, happy that they're all doing well. I'm also really looking forward to a Bangtan TV vlog from the Seoul show. Because I feel like the vlog will have like the BTS members in it in their little suite, and maybe like JK preparing for his performance with J-Hope.
Yeah. I'm excited for that content to see them interact. Like, we've been getting some pictures and videos from fans and paparazzi and stuff, but we haven't really seen like genuine content, them interacting and talking and hanging out. I know they did a live. I didn't really watch the live. I just watched some clips and translations and stuff, but I'm really excited to get back into seeing them just together, hanging out, like laughing and joking, and I can't wait. Hopefully they're working on some stuff for some Run BTS or something.
I was gonna say, hopefully Run BTS is in the works.
I finally watched Kpop Demon Hunters. I put it off for a while, not for really any particular reason. I didn't really like the description of it on Netflix, so I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But after everybody talking about it and it going so viral on social media and personal recommendations, I was like, okay, it's time. So a few nights ago, I watched it, and the story's cute. I like it, but the soundtrack was so good. I think it's all about the songs.
I love that. You're my soda pop.
My little soda pop. Yeah.
That is all over my feed.
It's so catchy. And the main girl, her singing voice, whoever does her singing voice, I think her name is EJ. EJAE is her stage name. Her voice is absolutely phenomenal. Like, mind-blowingly good. And I was like, surely this is like a famous person, but she's written a lot of songs and she's a very well-known vocal producer, I think, but she doesn't have like a, big singing career. But her voice was so good. And all of the songs were just so catchy. Like, they're all written by these songwriters and producers that have worked with the most popular famous K-pop groups like ever. So all the songs are just so good and so catchy. So I would recommend, just mostly for the music. I mean, it is a cute little movie, but I was more kind of blown away by the songs in the movie. Very good.
Yeah, I still need to watch it. I'm excited too. I feel like when I heard about it, I thought, oh, this is some like weird, obscure, strange movie. But then I have come to realize that everyone loves it and thinks it's great. So I do want to watch. I just haven't yet. But the songs, I feel like I already know because they're all over. And there's so many videos of people theorizing like who in the animation is inspired by people in K-pop, or just like who the animations are reminding viewers of. So that's been fun to see too.
Also, when I was watching, something made me think of you. The guy who voices the main guy in that K-pop boy group, is On Hyo Sop, aka the guy from Business Proposal. He's
kidding.
the voice, not the singing voice. He's like the talking voice. They have a little flashback or like a little moment where they kind of recreate a business proposal scene.
Oh.
It has the song from the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
I know. I thought of you. I was like, oh my gosh. That's because that's Lindsay's favorite K-drama. So that is exciting to have his voice. I do love his voice. Every time he talked, I was like, love this band's voice.
I'm even more eager to watch this now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Another music release that has just happened is the Justin Bieber
Justin
album.
Bieber?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do we feel about it?
Now, I will say I've only listened through one time, so it's still very new to me. I feel so basic saying that song Daisies is great because that's what everyone is saying, and I'm like, well, of course. It's like the pop happy sweet song on the album. Like, obviously it's going to be all of our favorites, but it is so good.
It is so good.
I feel like some of the songs are a little bit boring to me, but I think it's just because they're like slower, chiller songs than I'm used to from Justin. And I don't love all of the like the interludes with the voices.
Yeah.
With Drewski. But that's fine. I'm just happy to have music from Justin that sounds solid and good. Even though I don't think many of these will like become my favorite Justin Bieber songs, I'm just happy he has released a body of work.
Yeah. My favorite song was Walking Away. But that one and All I Can Take, the first one, and then Daisies were my three favorite songs on the album. And I agree. It's so different for him, like so much more chill. I mean, we're used to songs like Sorry, like kind of these big pop, like mega hits that are so catchy and crazy, and upbeat. So it's new sound for him, but I kind of like it. It's, as we like to call it, easy listening, good like car music, good just background chill vibes. But definitely if you're going to put it on, you can't really play it all the way through because of those little talking voice memos. Which
I feel like the setup was him and Drewski just hanging out and they hit record and then he chose some bits of their conversation.
yeah,
But
I agree.
I think it's interesting they use like recent references, like the standing on business at the beach clip
That was
is in there.
hilarious.
I
I loved that. I'm like, he's aware. He knows he's a meme.
know. I love the standing on business clip. What's not clocking to you?
It's not clocking to you.
And that was
Get
his
on
marketing
business.
campaign. Like the billboards were like something about clocking to you. It's not clocking to you.
I wish he had chosen a different name for the album. I fear the name Swag is terrible.
Not timeless.
And I wish he would have used this photo for the album cover.
the
It's
baby?
the photo. Yes.
Yeah, it's such a
It's
good photo.
the photo of him holding his baby, and it's just so precious and cool. And I wish that would have kind of been the album cover, and then he would have chosen literally any other song name for the album.
I feel like he couldn't think of a name and just wanted to be weird and crazy. So he was like, let's call it Swag.
I feel similar to how when Stray Kids named their album 8. I think this, in another 20 years, people are going to be like, that's so cringy.
I feel like Justin could have chosen one of the song names, like Devotion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All
Literally
I Can
any
Take.
other song.
Way it
Yeah,
is.
All I Can Take would have been good because I feel like there are several songs and the voice memos on the album where he's just talking about like the struggles of fame and it's like
I can't take anymore.
yeah, exactly.
I'm so happy that he put this out because I feel like there's been so much speculation. Everyone's saying that he's crashing out, which some things do look like he's crashing out. But he obviously was working on something. The songs are coherent. He's talking about Haley the whole time, which everyone is saying that like Haley has left him, blah blah blah, all these speculations, and he's just like, "Let me show you what I've been working on."
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Did you know this was scheduled to come out when it did?
I didn't. I feel like I saw it like 2 days in advance. There was the billboard.
The billboard.
He posted
Okay.
a photo of.
Same. I mean, everyone's been speculating he's been working on some new music, but I just didn't know like when it was coming. And then I saw that and I was like, whoa, that's 2 days in advance. I'm so used to the K-pop schedules where it's like months in advance and then day by day, here's what's happening, then this, then this. And then I was just like, whoa, surprise.
Scooter Braun isn't his manager anymore or anything, so maybe he's just like, I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm deciding I'm gonna
I
release
love
it in
it.
a couple of days. I don't know. It's crazy.
It was such a pleasant surprise.
That reminds me of another piece of content I watched yesterday. I watched this John Bellion interview, and he was talking about doing Seven for Jungkook, and he was saying how much he's loved working with Hybe or BTS, etc., because they're just like very communicative and plan in advance, and what they say is going to happens. Where it's like someone else could cut his song and they're like, it's going to be the lead single in a month, and then 2 weeks later they're like, oh, we're scrapping the whole album, it's never going to come out. But with Hybe, to me it sounded like they have integrity and like plan ahead and stay true to their word. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like, I'm sure as a songwriter or producer, it's much more peaceful to work with an artist like that, that knows what they want and like actually follows through with the plan, and isn't as like temperamental or chaotic. So like that makes sense for the Korean ecosystem if that's how they work.
Yeah. Wow, that's fascinating. I want to talk to someone. I wish that we like had contacts in both the music industry here and in Korea, because I'm just so curious about the differences of producing music. And I feel like Hybe and these K-pop companies do it so far out in advance, and like, you know, sometimes they don't announce concerts until a couple months before or whatever, but I feel like it's all been in the works for so long. It's like so calculated and planned. That doesn't surprise me at all that he's enjoying working with them. I feel like they're all so organized and put together.
Yeah, and just I'm sure the BTS boys like come in so humble, and because he did Jimin's song too, forgetting the title of it, but so I feel like they're just probably so polite and like on time and nice to work with and work hard, and so that was just interesting hearing that from John's perspective of like working with Hybe artists.
Has he normally worked in the past with Korean artists, or is it
I
kind of
don't
new?
think so. I think those two projects are the first that I can recall. I know an American artist that works with BTS and K-pop a lot is Max.
Yes.
Because he has a song with Jay, or
it's coming out in 5 days. July 18th.
You got your countdown on.
I do, because I love Jay, and I was gonna talk about how I feel like I'm the last couple weeks being bias wrecked by Jay. I know. I love Heesung. He's my bias in ENHYPEN, but every time I go to listen to those new ENHYPEN songs, Too Close and Bad Desire, I just like hear Jay's part. His part just sticks out to me, and so I was like really feeling Jay, and then Max announced the new single with him, and it sounds so good. So I'm so excited. And Max just has hit after hit. I haven't listened to like any of his solo stuff, but I listened to all of his collab songs. So I should explore more.
My hypothesis is that this J X Max song might be like the song of the year for you.
I'm feeling that way as well.
Like it might be like top 5 Spotify Wrapped.
I don't know. It's gonna have to duke it out with Python and
I know, Because Python was at the beginning of the year.
Python has been
It had a lot
on
of time.
repeat. Also, Mark's new album. I've been listening to that a lot. So there's some songs it's gonna have to battle it out for.
See how it shakes
see how
out.
good it is. Yeah. I saw you added a few songs to the playlist.
Did I?
Yeah. Pentagon.
Oh, yeah.
Boy Next Door.
You know, it was just songs coming on my Spotify after I listened to an album, which is always the songs that I like. I'm like, oh, this song on the album's good. And then I realized that I'm no longer on the album. I'm on it's just songs served to me.
Completely different group.
Completely different group, but loving them nonetheless. Yeah, I feel like I haven't listened to much K-pop this week besides 82 Major.
Yes, let's get into it.
Do you want to get into it? Okay, so
yes.
82 Major is currently on a North American tour. And my parents today were like, it's kind of random that they came to Kansas City, which is the date I went to. And so I had pulled up their schedule. And I swear they are hitting every major U.S. city. They are going to a lot of places. And some of them are more obscure, like that would be on a normal like K-pop tour, which I appreciate. And I assume is strategic, like they're trying to find new fans.
Now, I know nothing about 82 Major. Are they relatively new?
I'll give you a rundown, girl. I'll give you a rundown.
Okay.
So they debuted October 2023.
Okay.
So like a year and a half, give or take. And I was looking this up today so that I could inform you and our listeners about, because I wasn't sure about their background. I didn't know if they were from a show or what had happened. But you'll find this interesting. Their company is called M Entertainment. And do you remember on our K-pop company CEOs episode, we talked about the company FNC?
Yes, which we said we liked, right?
FNC has SF9, P1 Harmony, Ampersand 1. Sorry, the company is Great M Entertainment.
Okay.
The company of 82 Major. But so Great M Entertainment was started by one of the founders of FNC Entertainment.
Oh.
He left and started his own company. So I'm thinking maybe there's a connection there because Kiho is on a team under FNC. So I feel like maybe that's how his brother Yechan got into 82 Major, because the companies are like semi-connected.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious on the backstory there. And so the group has 6 members.
Okay.
All Korean. The only one who was raised elsewhere is Yechan, who is Canadian. And like I mentioned before, is Kiho from P1 Harmony's brother. And part of the reason why I was convinced to go to the concert is because Yechan is all over my feed and he is so funny and is like the best personality. And that kind of convinced me to go because I need to see him IRL.
Yeah. What's the difference between Kiho and Yechan's personality? Because Kiho is also very funny and chaotic. So for those who might not know Yechan, how would you kind of describe him?
I think they're very similar, like very sassy, sarcastic, honest. Yechan maybe has a little bit more high energy.
Okay.
This is kind of jumping ahead, but something that I had written down to tell you. He did do a cartwheel at the concert, which is so significant to us because we love when people do cartwheels at concerts. Like John Min did. He did 2 hands down. He did do 2 hands down. Regular cartwheel. And I'm thinking what prompted it was they were talking about like special skills that people might not know, and then he like jokingly did a cartwheel, and then another member was like, oh, I can do a cartwheel way better than that, and he went ahead and did a running round off on stage.
Oh, cool.
So you would have just loved that part. I was like, oh my gosh,
I love acrobatics at concerts.
Yeah, I got a video of him doing the round off. I did not get a video of the cartwheel, I think because I was just not expecting it in the moment. But that's pretty great that 2 concerts in a row I've been to, there has been some cartwheel acrobatics being thrown.
That's amazing.
So I had been served content of Yechan. I had been served information about this tour, and I had thought about going, and then I was not sure. I don't have any friends here in Kansas that know or like K-pop, so I was like, I'll go alone. That's fine. So then I finally was gonna get a ticket, and then GA was sold out, and the
Rip.
other tickets were like 150 or something, and I was not willing to invest that at this time for a group I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I checked a few days before the show, and there was GA available again.
Amazing.
So I literally bought the ticket an hour before the show just because I kept being unsure if I was going to full send. I texted Rachel and she said, go, do it. And I said, let's do it. Why not? It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it was at a theater. This was kind of a weird part about the evening is it was at a theater that has seats, but it was
Mm-hmm.
GA. So usually I'm used to GA being like standing room
Yeah.
vibes, but it was like a seated theater, but GA.
Wow. That's wild though, because I saw pictures of where you were sitting and you were still so close.
Yeah, so there wasn't that many people there.
Oh.
I don't know how to say that nicely. There's definitely like several hundred, but it wasn't full.
Only
And
several hundred?
yeah,
Wow.
I'll send you the pic. You can see me in it. Like the pic they took
That's
from stage.
crazy.
Yeah, these are very,
guess-
very small shows.
I guess it's like the power of the big four entertainment companies, because I feel like when they do a new group, they're like immediately all famous.
Totally. I think that's even a larger conversation to be had where, yeah, like when Hypen debuted, they were already extremely famous because they were the new Hype group.
To Us, Boy Next Door, I feel like they're all already
Yeah,
like,
or like even
so
Rise.
popular.
Yeah. So they're really out here grinding, hitting the US streets and trying to gather the fans.
Good for
Yeah,
them.
there's probably a couple hundred people there. And so I got a seat like kind of towards the front. I only got there like a couple of minutes before it started, but I saw a young woman a few seats down from me that looked to be alone. So I said, "Hi, are you here alone too?" And chatted with Michelle, made a new friend.
Oh, hi Michelle.
And she also was kind of new to 82 Major. But what I loved about Michelle is she was screaming and freaking out every time a new song started. And I, at one point, was like, "Oh, do you know this one?" She was like, "No, I'm just excited." And I was loving that energy. Like she
Love
was
that energy.
reacting as if it was her favorite song being played.
Yeah.
But though
Aw,
I don't think
love
she knew
that.
any of them. Yeah. So everyone was excited. I will say during the show, there wasn't as much movement from the audience as I prefer. Where it kind of just
What,
feels
you
like,
mean they
oh,
weren't full on dancing?
yeah, like we
in
need
their
to be
seat?
giving the group more energy. You know, like we need to at least be swaying the whole song. I of course couldn't stand still. We were standing. I was scared that we were gonna sit, and that is my
That
worst
would have been
nightmare.
so terrible.
Sitting
Listen,
at a concert.
these people are up on stage giving you 110% of their heart and soul into their dancing and singing, and you're gonna sit there?
Yeah, no, it needs to
Like,
be reciprocated.
Yeah.
And I'm
Give 'em
glad you
something.
brought that up. They were giving 110% dancing full out.
Love to see it.
These men were working it, and their dancing was so good. I was loving it.
That was a question I had for you was, does this group specialize in anything? Like, are they really, really good singers, or are there some good rappers, or everyone's a dancer? Like, kind of what's their vibe?
Yeah, great question. I would say they're all fantastic dancers, and a lot of the members are rappers. I would say there's maybe
okay.
only two that are like vocalists. And that's something I love, and I think you would love, is they have no ballads. It is all
Amazing.
high energy, fun songs, great dances, and a lot of rapping. Like
Love
all of
that.
them can
I
rap.
love those vibes.
Yeah, so it was no slow songs, no ballads. Every song had a dance, and they were going so hard. how it was kind of set up is they would perform like 2 or 3 songs and then stop and chat. And it was such our style of yapping, great banter, great camaraderie.
Were they kind of speaking in English or Korean, or was Yechan being translator?
Another great question. They definitely all did their intros in English and tried to speak English when applicable, but they also had a translator.
Oh, amazing.
So they were able to speak Korean. The voice from the abyss would translate. And it was funny because Yechan like corrected the translation a couple times. So I don't know who the translator was, but he was like, yeah, I think he meant more like blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
Which was interesting and funny. And Yechan kind of led the conversation, which I think he's a native English speaker. And also that's just like his personality and energy is to do that. Though he's not the leader of the group.
Oh, interesting.
No, but I think, when he's in the U.S., he probably kind of stands in as such on occasion. And Yechan is, national treasure is not even the right phrase. It's a global treasure. He is truly everything to me. He was so funny and just silly and like had the best comebacks, and oh my gosh, just
so I'm assuming Yechan is your bias.
I knew you would ask that, and I actually don't think he is.
Oh,
I do love him.
Someone coming from out of left field.
Performance wise, a young man, and I say young man because he is the Maknae. A man named Dogyun. Sorry, I'm not saying that right. I don't know how to say it. He's the bias, and he has incredible vocalist ability. He is the main vocalist, and he
love to see it.
Was really, really good. I was loving him, as well as another man named Seokjun. And Seokjun, you see, has kind of Felix energy.
Okay.
In terms of
kind
the
of ethereal
low register. No, not the etherealness. The low register.
Low register.
Well,
okay.
His speaking voice was so low, and I was shook. And then he obviously incorporated that into his song
vocal stylings.
Ability. Yeah, his vocal stylings. That's the right way to say it. And it was kind of the same vibe as Felix, where his voice comes in the song and it's whoa, like vibe switch, like
show
really
stealing.
Stands out. Yeah. So I was loving his tone as well. But I loved every single one of the members. I can't say a bad thing about them. They all were wonderful.
Amazing. All like super talented, great personalities. Love to see that.
They were chit-chatting. The one I just said was my bias. Dogyun. It's Dogyun. Dogyun? Maybe Dogyun?
Okay.
Anyway, Dogyun, at one point, they're talking about Kansas City, and he was like, I can't wait tonight to take a walk around the city. And everyone literally was like, no, don't do that. Like, everyone in the crowd was yelling at him. And he was like, oh, I won't do that.
Yeah, not a walking city, Dogyun.
Like American cities for the most part, like you probably shouldn't be walking alone at night.
Yeah.
So that was just funny because obviously, Seoul is extremely safe and you can walk around alone at night. So that was funny, the crowd's reaction to that. The crowd also got in a tizzy about Kansas City being in Missouri and not Kansas, which is a tale as old as time.
A classic debate.
They always, throughout the whole night, they were saying Kansas City. And then I think one time Yechan said something just like, here in Kansas, and everyone started like vocally.
See, now that is confusing for someone from Korea.
Yeah, and it's not like he even meant that. And also, who cares?
Yeah.
And then I think from their POV, it's not like he can make out with what everyone is saying in the crowd. He just hears like a lot of sounds.
Like booing.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa.
No, it's Missouri.
Because you guys were in the Missouri side.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm from the Kansas side, but apparently the venue was in the Missouri side, which it's literally like 1 mile, like over. And I think he just forgot to put the city on the end of it. Another funny moment was when they were discussing Kansas City, which they had clearly done their research, which I was proud of. They each had like a fact to say. Like one was talking about Kansas City barbecue, and then one member was talking about the Chiefs, which got everyone, riled up.
Probably so excited, yeah.
And was saying that the Chiefs have the Guinness World Record for the loudest, I don't know if it's the loudest stadium or the loudest event or something, but like they broke the scale of sound or waves or whatever. And they were joking about, or they were saying like, tonight we're gonna beat it, like being loud. And Yechan was like, how many people does that thing hold? 40? And everyone in the crowd was like, no, more, like 70. And then he was like, oh yeah, we ain't gonna be able to do that in this place. Like he was so funny, like realistic king, I think those are most of my points. I had a great evening. I loved the amount of talking. I got to know them a lot, which I really enjoyed. They seem to have great camaraderie and a vibe within the group. And then I was thoroughly impressed by all the performances, and I don't know all their discography that well, but I loved all the songs performed, having not like studied that much prior to the show. So I'm super glad I went. It was fun. Obviously met Michelle next to me, who was kind. I feel like everyone there was a lovely, nice person. 82 Major, the name, for those of you that might not know, 82 is the calling code or like area code for Korea. So that's what the name represents. Similar to like 82 Pressing by Mark and Yechan.
Yes.
Yeah. So that number I feel like is used semi-frequently in K-pop, and it just kind of represents Korea. Oh, another topic I wanted to bring up, which is in relation to the concert, was when did barking at concerts become the regular?
I hate that trend. And it has not spread internationally, I feel like. It's literally just an American thing, and I don't know why we do that.
Can you pinpoint when this started?
Was it a K-pop thing, or do you think it started in a different music genre?
I have no idea. The first time I remember was seeing the videos of Suga's concert and them doing it to him.
Uh-huh.
And I actually thought some of those were funny. It kind of was like, because his reaction was funny and the context, it kind of made sense. But since then, I feel like every concert we've been to or that I've seen clips of, there's barking.
Google says that barking at concerts has origins in the early 2000s, possibly the 1990s, but became prevalent in the K-pop scene more recently. And it is attributing it to Twice. 2022 at a Twice concert in LA.
Interesting.
Nobody really knows why it started.
I fear it's a bit overused. It's lost its emphasis or luster because now just everyone is barking at every concert.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess at this concert it was less of a bark and more of a hoo 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 hoo. Which is that barking?
Okay. I mean, it's a form of barking. Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of anything that hypes them up. Like, let's give them more noise, more hype. They love that. They love that energy. But imagine being the person that started the bark. If it truly did originate at this one concert in LA, like some random person just started barking and then other people started barking, got a whole stadium barking, and now it's a whole phenomenon.
I agree. It's crazy. And I feel like we should come up with new sounds and like switch it up. Every show have kind of a different sound that we unite with, or a different animal sound. Why does it always need to be a dog? I don't know. The barking is just overdone to me.
What animal sound would you like to incorporate into a kind of cheer?
Moo! Well, that could be mean. That could be mean. Nay, nay, nay. I don't know, or just like a woo 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 woo. Like we should
Kind of like an
just,
owl.
get
Woo,
other
woo, woo.
sounds going than just a barking.
Yeah, let's be innovative, people.
There was barking at this concert, and every recent concert we've been to, that has been the case.
You know, I will say I've never been a barker, but I feel like it's probably better on your vocal cords than screaming high pitched at the top of your lungs. Kind of like that lower register. So maybe people are doing it to kind of conserve their vocal cords.
That's actually a pretty valid point. It's much easier
Get the same
to do.
same effect, but like with less physical effort.
Yeah, less
And
strain.
strain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just thought that was interesting. Even a small show with like a couple hundred people,
Barking was present.
yeah, we got the wolf pack out. Going hard.
Oh, last question I had for you was, well, I guess a couple actually. How was your first solo concert experience? Would you recommend?
Fine. Yeah, I felt very safe going into it because K-pop fans are cool, and I knew they would not be like judgmental or weird at all. And I love dancing, so that was not a problem to be doing alone. And then I did have Michelle, who I purposely, befriended before so that I could bond with her about certain things. Like when the low voice guy started, I was like, oh my gosh, his voice is so low. Or like, oh, this song is so fun. So I did some chit-chatting with her here and there. But, I mean, I do miss my concert pal. It's so much more fun when you can like dance and bond with someone about what you're seeing. I mean, I think that's with any experience, like a shared experience is beneficial in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But
No,
I did not mind going alone. It was a great time.
If you were to recommend a song or a couple songs to someone who have never listened to 82 Major, what would be your recs?
Okay. I think a great song that is very K-pop-esque and might be their most popular song because they sang it during their encore is called Sure Thing. And it's really vibey. I already felt like I had heard it when I heard it, if that makes sense, in a positive connotation. And that's one of their more light-hearted songs. A lot of the ones are more like Stray Kids vibes, like just kind of like attitude. Oh, that's what their band name is. I guess that suits them. Takeover is really good. They have a song called Birthday, which is fun, and I love any songs with birthday so that it can be used in birthday posts and kind of, on your birthday you can vibe to that. So that's a fun one. But I'm telling you, I didn't dislike any song. I was completely loving it.
That's honestly impressive. Yeah. Love that.
Yeah, because I have some opinions when it comes to some of these K-pop songs. I'll openly say I do not love them. But I can't say that for 82 Major. I really do like all of them. So yeah, their EP that dropped this year is called Silent Syndrome. So maybe start there. Takeover is the first song on that. But gonna advocate for them forever. And I'm glad I went because I thought I might regret it later on if I become a fan of them and I had the opportunity to go and I didn't. And I've never been to a small K-pop show, so that was a new experience. And one that I mentioned after our Stray Kids concert that I wanted to go to a small show soon. So I checked that off the list.
It's way more personal, and I feel like you get to know them so much more because they kind of have to be more chatty in that kind of environment.
Yeah. And I could see all of their faces. I could tell which one was which
Amazing.
When you're far away, they look like ants. You can't really tell who's who.
Yeah. Sounds so fun. So exciting. You found a new group to be a fan of.
Well, that's all for today. So glad we were able to catch up. Finally, I could tell you all of the shenanigans from the 82 Major concert. I now know your faves from the JB album. Would love to hear what everyone else is thinking about the JB album. I'm sure there's some K-pop JB fandom crossover. Yeah, if you had a Justin Bieber poster on your wall in 2008, you odds are you're a K-pop fan now. Like me. Anyways, thanks for joining us and listening, making it through another episode.
Yeah, we will catch you next time. You can follow along on social media with us at Kpop Light Pod. We're on Instagram and TikTok, and we have YouTube versions of the podcast as well if you want to see our faces. But until next time, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay by our side.
And fangirl responsibly.